the Chief of Police, Mr. John, and his management team, visitors, friends, colleagues. This is a celebration for one particular person this afternoon. I got it right this time. This afternoon. Mr. Henson, 44 years in 2 days, eh? It's been quite a ride. With this being said, I still want to take 1 minute on a sad moment this morning, with your permission, this afternoon, with the death of a colleague, Mr. Carolina.
Our gathering here this afternoon is focused on these great words, and I quote, "After a hard day of labor, there must be a period for sound relaxation." The person we want to cast the light this afternoon is none other than Chief Inspector Ricardo Valentino Henson. Inspector Henson was born on the island of Aruba in 1957. He joined the police force in 1975 at the young age of 18. He aspired and worked diligently in the rank of aspirant officer to Chief Inspector of Police. As the then rookie climbed the ranks, it is said that he was placed on trial period for 6 months in the detective department and eventually remained there for 20 years. Inspector Henson became the spokesperson for the Public Relations Department of the police in 2007 and has executed his post with great passion. This afternoon, we can safely say that Chief Inspector Henson has been one of those great officers who has really seen it all, heard it all, and without a shadow of a doubt, experienced it all. To Chief Inspector Henson, I would like to say the following to you. Just like those before you, rendering service to our country for an amount of 44 years to be exact, is indeed commendable. That is something that most of us can only dream of. You have worked tirelessly over the past decades and have been an inspiration to many within the department, of which I can see. Hence the reason that we are here with you this afternoon. It has been stated that throughout your service you have been an exemplary civil servant and the one applauded, which translates into the fact that your service truly had an impact on the life of those who were under your leadership. For this, the entire police force and the entire community of St. Martin, we are grateful for your service. Chief Inspector Henson, you left your mark, and we all appreciate that very much. I'm sure that many of persons here this afternoon have different personal experiences with you that they are grateful for. Follow your dreams together with your family and loved ones, and many relationships within the police force of St. Martin continue to last for a lifetime. Once more, from myself, as the Minister of Justice, everyone in the Justice Ministry, and the entire population of St. Martin, congratulations on a job well done, and I wish you much success in your next phase in life. Thank you, and thank you. We appreciate your service.
I'd like to thank everyone in attendance for your time and for I'm just grateful that everybody's here. Can't thank you enough, there are no words. If you notice, I'm looking at everybody. I can't look in this direction. I can't. Because if I do, that's it. So I'm going to continue and try to say what I have to say right now, because the waterworks are going to start directly after. I received a few words from these two lovely ladies here. They asked me to say these words to you, so I'm going to try to do it in a way that you deserve. When a good man leaves his job and retires to a better life, many are jealous, some are pleased, yet others who may have already retired are left to wonder. They wonder if he knows what is actually being left behind, because we already know. We know that after a lifetime of camaraderie that only few of us get to experience, it will remain as a longing for the past times. We know that in the life of law enforcement, there is a fellowship that lasts long after the uniforms are hung up and shoved all the way to the back of the closet. We know that even if he decides to throw the uniform away, it's always going to be on his body for as long as there's a breath left in his life.
Vincent, good afternoon. You will wonder why I wanted to say a couple of words this afternoon. It's because we tend to forget people when they are gone. It happened to be Henson retirement on the 1st of December, and my official retirement will also be the 1st of December coming. A Thursday morning, Mr. Monsanto, may rest in peace, said, Rogers, come here. I have a young man for you to guide. I did not know it was Henson. At that time, I was attached to the detective department as a young Hoover-Kent sergeant, and he said to me, I would like you to guide this man, this young man. Monsanto was always very formal, and make sure that he don't differ from the teaching or the principles of the detective. At that time, me with my beard and my bag, and many people would not know what I had in that bag, walked around, and Ensign said to me, first thing, what do you have in that green bag? I said, I christened him one time. I said, Heno, this bag will take care of me and you until you go to a different department. At that time, St. Martin was a trampoline in the broadest sense of the word of drugs and any kind of illegalities. On a bad day, we would go to the airport and take 10 suitcases of marijuana and 5 suitcases of cocaine, and the rest we could not handle, and they would go. Henson did not shun away from his responsibilities. In those days, they threatened us every day. They even shoot at us in Dutch Quarter, but Henson never ran away. Crime in the sense of armed robberies was the order of the day in the 1970s, 80s. They started to rob every bank systematically, and I think they used to wait until the day shift when me and Henson had shift to work. Henson, although you know who I was, I didn't give him a chance really to sit during the day because we were always busy. He never one day was sick at home. He came, regardless of the argument on Monday, he will come Monday night to see if I was okay. Henson went on to become a detective at the forensic department under the guidance of Mr. Barbey. Mr. Barbey, I don't see him around. I think Henson, without any formal training, became one of the best forensic officers in this country with no tools. Because of his vision, his intuition, he solves many cases. Henson, he goes on pension, he don't sit idle and do anything, find something to do.
Sorry, I like to make jokes, but this is not a serious moment. It's a moment that a great police officer is leaving the police force, and he has made, not only, remember, the moment that you, and this is also for Mr. Yosefa, the moment that you become the police spokesman, you become the face of the police. And Henson did it marvelously. Let me go back into history. I know Henson since he was a young boy. In those days, we used to call the boy's name Pisidale in Aruba. And he was living in the same road as I was living in Aruba. And I saw him grew up to become a good police officer. He always was respectful. He always wanted to do the best for his country and his people. Henson, before he became police spokesperson, I have followed his track in the detective department at Stradins. In those days, the two best officers and detectives in those days was deceased Matthew and Henson. Those were the detectives that everybody wanted them to solve their cases.
Mr. Yanchi Leonard, Mr. Commander Tony Rogers, Villarreal, and I'm going to accept the tip that you gave Yanchi, and before I go over to Ricky, I want everyone to know a bit on how I think. Actually, I'm representing the government in this, and I do think that it should be a policy on going on pension. And for sure when it comes to police officers. And before the last two people that went on pension, who is George York and now Ricky Hansen, actually we didn't do this. The people went and it gave a feeling as of everyone loved the job they did. Everyone loved everything they did there's no police officer left on pension that was under the 30 years, let me put it like that. Everybody loved that, and at the end, it's a feeling of they're leaving not happy. And I'm saying not happy in the sense of not happy with the organization. And if I'm standing here representing government with that organization, before my turn to leave, I would want to make a big change in that. It cannot happen that people leave this organization without being recognized. So Ricky Hansen, and I'm going a little bit in the stories that Yanchi spoke about. I don't even know if Bonnie and Ricky remember this, but I'm gonna say a little thing about that. He's not going up the road to play domino. I warned him about that one already. It's gonna be more like something that Mr. Rogers spoke about a while ago. So I was in Curacao for a union meeting, and being in Curacao, someone told me that you have a colleague that is in the hospital with a broken leg, etc., etc. And I was taught also by a very known police officer who is Shoma Isidora. And Shoma sends me a prayer every morning, by the way. That's very important to me also. So I was reminded by Shoma always visit the people in the hospital. And for sure if it's a colleague. So I came to visit Ricky in the hospital. Ricky was in the hospital. And I went to visit Ricky. And for some strange reason, I felt a bond with a guy who nearly shot me to death. So I felt that bond, and when Ricky came back, I was tasked with the police station in town to be the chief there, and Ricky had just made a move from the detective department, and we were kind of feeling out what's going to happen. And Ricky said to me, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Make use of WIB mobile banking with easy access and direct usage of face recognition, PIN code, or fingerprint. Download WIB mobile banking app and make your transaction from anywhere at any time For more information, visit wib-bank.net/quick-login.
How are you doing this morning?
Good.
So, Rebecca, thank you for coming. I work as a psychologist at the Mental Health Foundation. I mainly see children and adolescents, but I also see adults. So whenever there's a crowd, that's when you're starting to feel
Nervous.
okay.
Nauseous.
Okay, it's kind of like your body. We are so used to taking care of our body. If we have a little ache in our foot, we know to rest it. We know, okay, I might have walked too much, so I need to rest. Now, of course, that can be just an ache in my foot, but I can also break my leg. Now, for breaking my leg, I would have to go to the doctor. So that kind of goes the same for mental health illnesses. So you can come in for something little as, I'm really stressed out lately. What would you need? A little bit of rest. But someone can also come in with way more difficulties. We're not here to judge right or wrong, good or bad. Is it helpful for you? Fine. Is it not helpful for you? Okay, then let's see what we can do about it. But not a wrong nor right, absolutely not. It's a magnifying glass without judgment.
Well, there's still a lot of stigma on the island, unfortunately. It's not a topic that people easily talk about, and that's a shame. They're afraid that they get judged, and there is still quite a bit of judgment. I mean, often we hear, don't go to that crazy house. Once you go in, you never go back. And it's just not true, We treat a lot of patients here, and a lot of them we get back on their feet.
Our goal at the Mental Health Foundation is for us to help you improve your life, for you to live a better, happier, and fuller life.
As you can hear from the sound of the sirens, we have gathered at the roundabout in Great Bay, right, for a little while. As you know, for quite some time we've been having discussions, we've been waiting. We even indicated that on Friday, December 6th, if we don't get an answer, we are prepared to take it to the next level. And what you're seeing here is just phase one. There's much more to come. All we're asking for is an official response with regards to our questions and concerns. That is all. And seemingly, we have not gotten that as yet. Perhaps the powers that be are still working on it, and perhaps that this occasion, this incident right now, will show them the urgency and the seriousness at which of this particular situation.
Precisely, what are you hoping to achieve from all that?
We want definite answers. The members at the ambulance and the fire department, they need to go. They need to leave this building. All right? I think everybody is aware of the situation. Everybody knows that this deplorable condition has been going on prior to Hurricane Irma. Right? They are fully aware of it. We want answers. We want a decision now.
Mr. Clay stated that a decision has been taken. Firefighters and ambulance workers will be relocated. Have you not been communicated to that effect?
As I said, we are awaiting an official response from the government of St. Martin. Until we have official written response, we just waiting still. We are not dealing with rumors, and we are not going to carry incomplete information. These guys need answers so that they know how they will be mobilized and move towards the next location.
Until then, how long will this continue for?
As long as it takes. As long as it takes. We are prepared to go the entire full mile on this particular matter because our lives matter. We were also informed that the labor mediator now has kicked in and would like to have a talk at 9 o'clock this morning. All right? These are some of the updates. What we are going to do now is go to the union office to huddle so that we're all on the same page as to our next step. 9 o'clock, we're going to take the time, we're going to come back over here. And then we're going to see what happens after that. Okay? So please, line up, get on our vehicles, meet us by the union office.
Got it.
You've met with the Prime Minister responsible for general affairs. First of all, can you give us some insight, if you may, as to the discussion?
Yes, so we just came out of a brief talk with the Honorable Prime Minister, who explained some of the kinks which occurred in the line of communication. Seemingly information was passed on, but it did not reach our office for some strange reason. The Prime Minister informed us of all of the efforts and actions that are being taken to remedy this situation, gave us assurances. However, based on what we picked up, it doesn't seem as though the target will be met to get our guys out, preferably by today. It doesn't seem so for now, based on all that still needs to transpire. We received a heads up that we want to talk with, that the labor mediator wants to have a talk with us. That should be confirmed anytime soon. And we also learned that we'll be contacted by the Office of the Prime Minister with regards to the updates as to what she may or may not have at the time. So we're just waiting and seeing what's gonna happen.
You were particularly concerned about the relocation of the workers of the fire department, and so is the ambulance department.
Yes.
Was it outlined or disclosed rather as to where exactly those employees will be relocated to?
I can't comment on that for the simple fact that nothing has been signed as yet based on what we understood. So it might seem a bit irresponsible to give a name and things has not been confirmed in writing as yet. That's all I'm prepared to say at this time.
In the meantime, what happens? The problem persists, it continues. What happens from here on?
Well, as I said earlier, we're basically going to be here because we should get an invitation from different departments with regards to this situation. We were informed that we would be contacted by the Office of the Prime Minister, so we're just waiting. And whatever step we take after today and onwards, we'll definitely keep our media partners informed.
Was there any guarantees coming from the Prime Minister as far as the relocation of employees are concerned?
Well, naturally, the Prime Minister made it clear that it has her attention. She's concerned about the situation. She gave us her word. So we are taking it, meaning that, we're taking it in good spirit. But at the end of the day, we need to see
a move as quickly as possible.